Yeah, so I've already written the code, uh, which will uh, which will just trigger the Power Automate flow to generate and download the document whenever we click on the button in the case form. Okay, so you don't have to in case if you want to if you have the same requirement, you don't have to write this. Just copy it and paste it. There is no any dependency. Like we are already getting the what do you call environment variable from the ribbon workbench. There are two ways. Either you can set the environment variable in the code itself here in the JavaScript, or you can use the primary control, which I'm going to show you in the ribbon workbench. So just put the primary control and let me just walk you through this one. So this call HTTP control, it is the function which is the entry point, okay, which will be triggered by the button of the by the click of that button, okay, and also it shows the progress indicator, this generating document, kindly wait, please wait, whatever, and then it calls the get environment variable. This one we have this function down here, get environment variable, okay, and after this there is another function called http internal, okay, so it calls both of them. Now we are using this handle error function. Simply it is responsible for handling if there any error occurs, and also to close this pop-up whenever any and to what you call, mainly it will close the progress indicator, this one, so progress indicator, and to close the pop-up, okay. Now we have another function called HTTP flow internal. So this function is responsible for making the HTTP request to trigger that automate cloud automate flow, whatever it is. So what it does is it uses the obtain environment URL, and then it sends the request to the specific data, including the user ID or the case ID or document ID, whatever. And then depending on the response, it either it will open a new window or to download the file, or in the same window also it will download the file. Okay. Now here we have another function called close pop-ups. So this function is mainly for refreshing the data whenever the pop-up close. Like I'll show you. Whenever you click on the button, one pop-up will come up, generating document XYZ, and once it goes up, it should refresh the data. It is for that purpose. Then we have download file. So this is the main part. If you want to download the file in your system, so this function is entirely responsible for downloading a file. What it does is it creates a link between blob URL and also triggers the click event to download the file in your system. The next one is show message dialog. It is nothing but it will simply display a dialog with the title and content. That's all. In get environment variable, this function it will retrieve the environment variable whichever we have kept, or we are going to keep the primary control in the ribbon workbench, right? So it will just get the environment variable. You don't have to go that much deep. Just copy this one and it'll do the work. Okay. Now you just save it. I have already saved it here. If you see file download test. Now we are going to create this one. Here go to the more, create a web resource. Let's give it a name as file download. Choose file download. Okay. File download. JavaScript file. Okay. Now let's publish it. Web resource. Okay. Publish it. So now once it is published, we need to use this. What is the name? Once again, environment variable we have DNS underscore print check. So whatever it is, XYZ, you need to remember this environment variable. Now we need to configure in the ribbon workbench. So come here, and in the ribbon workbench here, let's add action JavaScript. And what was the file name? JavaScript. It was file download, right? File download. Select this, and here we need to put the function. So function name is called HTTP flow. This one it is going to trigger. Okay, we are triggering. This is fine. Now the next part is we have used this primary control and all, right? So this one we need to add here as well. Add parameter. See, go to the CRM parameter, not any other, just CRM parameter, and it should be primary control. Okay. Now here one thing. See, right now we are working just to download one file at a time. That's why we are using primary control. If you see, we have different options here like select control, selected control, all item IDs. So in case if you want to select multiple files like 10 files, 20 files and all, for that you can use selected control, selected item IDs, this and all. You can all item, we are going to see the another video, but that is also complex. If you have option of batch printing or multiple printing, that we are going to see that one. But right now just select multiple sorry, primary control, and here string parameter. uh, Here we need to, I think we need to give the environment URL name. So environment URL name is DNS primary print check, right? Okay, sorry, by mistake I've given print check. It should be print case. So DNS underscore print case. Okay, now I want to download, give the file name as it should be case report. Okay, whenever we are downloading it, the name should be case report. Okay, and also in our Power Automate, we are passing the, where is it, case ID, right? We are passing the case ID. This one, just copy the name and put it in the ribbon workbench. Okay, here string parameter and put it here. Okay, done. Now let's, okay, now let me just walk you through in brief what we have done right now. So what we have done is, firstly we have created a button, a ribbon button, custom ribbon button. Then we have created a, what do you call that, we are showing it only when a record is already created or existing one. Then we have created a Power Automate. What it is doing is, whenever a HTTP request is received, means whenever a button is clicked, it is going to the case information, it is getting the information. Again, it is going to the customer. We have this one here, right? Customer, this one. It is going to the customer, it is collecting some informations, then it is populating the Microsoft Word document. So we have uploaded one, we like we map the fields in the MS Word. We enabled this developer tab and all. We mapped it and we uploaded into the SharePoint folder. Same thing, it is referring and it is populating that. Okay, now we are setting the Word file name, just a compose action, case with the case title, folder with the folder name, whatever. And then we are storing this populated Word file here in another location, which is under the incident or case file. We are giving the same name, and the body we are using is this one. Whatever is populated, we are using that body and creating a file and storing there. Now we are converting that Word to PDF. In case if you do not want the want to get the PDF, you can just skip this one. But right now we are converting that above particular file into the PDF. Okay, now till here it is done. What the next step is, if you see here in our, I think somewhere we are getting the response 200, not here, yeah, here itself. So if response status is equal to 200, it is calling the HTTP control, and if it is 200, then only we are downloading the document. Okay, so now we need to get the response here. So let's click on the new step, go to response, and status code is 200. Here we need to give it as content type. You can find the same thing here as well. Okay, content type, this one, content type, and here it is application. So same thing, we can give here as application underscore, sorry, slash ptf. And in the body, what you want to download. Once the response is 200, once everything is success, I want to download this PDF, right? So here I think you should get an option, PDF document, convert Word to PDF. Okay, now let's save it. We are done. Now I think it should work. In case if it is not working, we'll just check what are the things we need to modify. But generally, this is the process. Okay. Now here also, see, once we have set it these things, we need to publish it. So let's click on the publish button. Now it may take 2 to 5 minutes. So let's wait. Meanwhile, let's come here, click on the new. Okay. And let's wait for it to publish. Where is it? Ribbon Workbench. Let's wait it. Okay, it is still publishing the solution. Let's pause the video. Okay. Okay, so finally it has published. Now let's go to the case. We give a hot refresh. Let's test it. Let's go to an existing this one. Let's give a hard refresh. And here we have this one, right? Print check. Let's change the name as print case. By mistake, I gave this one case. Let's save it. And one second. Let's click on the button print case. Okay. Cannot read properties of header. One second. Let me come here. What is it saying? Print case. Okay. Cannot read the properties. Okay. So for better purpose, let's add this. I think this flow is not added to our solution. So let me add this one here. And let's see. See, developing is not a problem. The main problem is fixing. We should know where the error is from, where the error is coming and how to fix it. So we have developed the flow. Now we need to work on debugging part. Okay. First of all, let me add this flow here. Just print case, add it. If it is again throwing the same error, then we'll see another thing. So print case connected. Okay, let's check in the variable workbench. We have the control print case system parameter in case, but here the one second environment variable name. Okay, actually the environment variable name is print check, but by mistake I have given it as a print case. It should not. That's why it is showing cannot read the property. Okay. Now let's print it. Sorry, publish it and let's see. So again, it is going to take few minutes. Let's hold on. I'm going to pause this video. Okay, it's still publishing. So meanwhile, in case if you want to get the code or if you want to know the more steps, you can just go to this blog. One second. So you can go to my blog and here, this is just a sample on you. If you want to know the each process in detailed way and with the snapshots and with the code, everything, you can just go to this powerdynamics.blogspot.com and you can get the code there. Okay. Now, okay. So our, this changes has been published. Let's come here. Let's refresh it and see if it is still showing the same error or different one. Print case. Okay. Finally, our code is working. Okay. Cannot read the properties of null. One second. Let me refresh it again and let's see if it was triggered or not at least. Going to the log flows, print case. If it is triggering, that's fine. Then we can work. Then there is some problem in the flow. Still, it is not triggering. One second. What it is showing? No response. The server did not respond from upstream server. Okay. One second. Let's come here. Let's see. Okay. So the thing is the JavaScript code is working now. Okay, this code is working and it is triggering the flow. Now the problem is in the flow. So for that, let's come here and check what is the issue. The input parameter of workflow get a customer operator is not a valid. This one. Okay. So get a customer and accounts. If we see here, it is our flow. This one. Go to edit mode. Okay, now this is fine only. So here we are getting this account. Do we have account here? Okay, actually this one is a customer lookup. Okay, but we are checking accounts table, which is not present inside the case. It is present inside this customer, which is a multi lookup, right? Accounts. So instead of that, we can use a contact. This one. So let's change it here and make it as a contact because we have contact lookup. So then error should be gone. Remember, if you're using any field here, it should be available in this case. If it is not available, then again the flow will fail. Okay. If you're mapping also, that field should be available in the case. So contacts, going to contacts, change it, and it should be contact value. Okay, contact value. Select the public. This one, right? Contact ID. Okay, save it. Let's resubmit the same flow and check if it is failing here or somewhere else. I know it is going to fail multiple times, I'm sure. So the input parameters again, it is getter is not valid. Maybe we need to give this value and customer John Smith. Save it. Let's resubmit the flow. The input parameter of the workflow, we will open it once and let's check it. In the contacts, it is there, right? 1 second. Save it. Let's run it again. Let's go to the latest. Contacts getter is not valid. Okay, so maybe here I think again we need to do something in the contacts value. This is get case information contact ID. Maybe this is not the one which we want. So contact value. Let's use this one. What is this? Right. Yes, yes, yes. So actually, the contact table is actually whenever you want to use this contact lookup, you should use primary contact. Primary contact. If you come here, okay, you can see here primary contact ID value. Okay, let's save it. Now let's resubmit it. Yeah, mapping should be done properly. This raw ID, whatever. Again, it is failing. The selected item does not contain the file. Populate item inputs. Okay. So yes. If we go here, this is the one. Yeah. So we have done everything, but we have forgot to map the fields. What we want to say here. So here. So in the title, we want to show the case title, right? So here, if you come, let's match it with the case title. Okay, whatever you want to show, I'm going to put the case title symbol. I'm just going to use some resonance title also. Okay, let's give it as a T. Whatever you want to map, just be sure that both it is matching with that value. Value means data type. Okay, case title, account address. Let's give it as an address. Address city one. We have address city one here or not? If we don't have, so no need to give. Otherwise, again, it is going to throw some error. So account address, let's give it as a Bangalore. If you have any fields existing here, just put it here. That's not a problem. And let's save it. Coming here, resubmit it. Now this is fine. This is fine. Create a file. See, right now I think it has mapped correctly these values. Okay, no, fine, fine, fine. So now it is showing in the create file document case test1.txt. This one already exists. Okay, got it. So what we are doing here is in the Power Automate, if we come, we already have a file, right? We already have a file which is test word. We already have a file, and now we are again going to create the file here with the same name. Okay, 1 second. So we can either change the word file name, which is this one, case title, and put something more like file name. We have either you can use subject or whatever. I'm just going to use a random number. Okay, so that every time whenever you're creating a file, it should give the random name. So expression, go to random, and let's put it as this to this number. It should give any. So that now the name will be like case underscore case title, which is case title is test one, and it is going to assign some random value like 1 2 3 4 5973, whatever it is. Okay, so this error should be gone. So refresh it. Please should run creating a file. Okay. Your flow ran successfully. So it has created the document and okay. Now our flow is ready to run. So whenever you click on the sprint case button, it is going to map the fields from here to the Word document in the micro that SharePoint, these things and all, and then it is going to show some pop-up and download the document. Let's just refresh it and check it. Print case. Okay. It is in time. Okay. Desktop. Control case report. See here we have given this name in the ribbon workbench. Okay. Download it. Come here. Come here. Let's see the one. Yeah, this one got downloaded, right? See, you can see the test title is test one, address is Bangalore, test one ticker, business, whatever you have mapped it, it is showing the same thing. Okay. Yeah. So this is done. Now, in case if you want to, okay, leave it. I think the video is already too long. Now, in the next video, what I will show you is, okay, let me just give you an overview of this process and then I'll give you what I'm going to do in the next video. So we created a print case ribbon button, custom button. Then we created a flow, this flow, which is going to trigger on the click of this button. We are getting this information. We are populating this Microsoft Word template. We are creating another file in the SharePoint. We are converting that Word to PDF and we are downloading it. That's all. Okay. Now in the ribbon workbench, we have configured, we have added the button. We have added this command. We have added this display rule. Whenever it is on create, it should not show. And in the command, we have added this CRM parameters, this JavaScript file, and what should be the file name. Everything we have configured here. Now, this is for the first one. Okay. Now, suppose in case if I'm coming to this case, okay, and I'm having, let's say, 10 case here. So I just want to select all of them and I want the same button, which was print button, which I want it here. And on click of that print button, all the files the multiple files would get generated, it should get populated and all the files should get downloaded at one go. Okay, so there are two ways. Once you select, you can either choose to trigger the same flow here. The same flow will be triggered multiple times, okay, 10 times, and 10 file will be downloaded. Or we can on the same after selecting, once you click on this button, you can click a single flow and the same flow will run 10 times, 20 times, and then the documents will get downloaded. That is called as batch printing. So that one we are going to see in another video. As of now, if you are facing any issue, then you can just comment it. I'll try to get it back to you. And for the code, you can go to my blog, Power Dynamics Blogspot. Okay, Blogspot. And here you should be able to get it. I'm going to post that in the description as well. So thank you so much. Bye bye.